Yeah, it's common to be nervous, so that's why we have a practice test, so you can get over the nerves and hope it doesn't affect your performance. And yeah, just try and relax and just imagine you're talking to a friend. Okay, so have you taken the IELTS test before?
Nope, I just began to prepare for it.
Okay, so you understand then that there are three parts, yeah, for the speaking test as well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I know.
So first of all, then, can you tell me a little bit about your hobbies and your interests?
Sure. In my spare time, I prefer to read books at home. I have read about over 200 books since I was in my university. And for the outdoor sports, I like to swimming. Uh, because of the high temperature in Shanghai, swimming can uh, make me feel better.
Oh,
Um,
really? Yeah. So is it still quite hot there now?
it's much better than last month.
Oh, okay, a bit cooler now then. Good. Okay,
Yeah.
so now let's talk about social media. Do you and your friends like to use social media?
Social media. Uh, Not really. I won't say that we like to use social media because it's just a thing that we use it to contact each other. But there are so many disadvantages to be for us because when we use social media, we will have less time to stay with each other. And in reality life, we prefer to go out together or do something like drink a coffee or
Oh, okay. So so do you think then that you and your friends use social media too much?
for me it's okay, but for my friends, I don't really know them. Um, for me, I prefer reading books like I mentioned before.
Okay then. And then would you like to work in social media?
Uh, yes, it's kind of my dream work because although I don't use them much, social media has a important role now in the people's life. People knew the newest information and you can see the other's life. Like in China, we use WeChat or Weibo. Uh, is similar to the Instagram. We can contact each other in time and post our selfie.
Oh, okay.
So
So are they the popular social media in China then, or are there other popular social media sites?
uh, pardon.
Yeah, like what are the popular social media sites in China?
Um, to be honest, there are so many kinds of. If you want to chat with other people, the WeChat must be the first choice. Uh, for the other ones, like if you want to see the other's life or selfie or the recommendations of anything else, you may use the little red book or Weibo or something else like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Little Red Book, is that a name for a social media site, is it? Oh,
Yes.
okay, right then. So, yeah, it's also Chairman Mao's book, isn't it? That's maybe where they got the idea from. So, let's move now to part two then. So, let me share the screen and
Uh,
we'll find the topic for part two. Um,
okay.
oh, okay, here we go. So, yeah, here's your topic then. Describe a popular place for sports that you've been to. So an example would be like a stadium, or maybe we said you like somewhere to go swimming, perhaps. You should say where it is, when you went there, what you did there, and explain how you felt about this place. So you have a minute to prepare and take notes, and then you have 1 to 2 minutes to talk on this topic. So you can start taking notes now. Okay,
Okay.
if you're ready, you can start talking now.
Uh, okay. Uh, I don't think it's a popular place because it's just a gym near my home. I usually go there twice or 3 times a week, but since this month I started to prepare my IELTS work, so I will decrease the time I go there. I When I go there, I usually swim and do some regular exercises. Uh, to how I feel about this place, I think I can take it to two parts. First, it's a good place that I can make myself healthier and meet some new people. But on the other side, I don't like there because I think a lot of people they like to pretend they are doing exercise and make some shows. I think some kind of dramatic. Uh, and the other, girls like selfie and take photos. So they always take the mirrors and take the stadium they don't use. So that's kind of uh, take the other's time. Uh, the last one is um, there are always someone who like to recommend their lessons to you. Um, but to some people like me, I don't really like to join their classes. So I prefer to do some exercises by myself and swim to make myself more comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have to pay to be a member of that gym?
Yes. That's an interesting thing because if you pay the uh if you just pay direct to them, the fee will very high. But if you buy the ticket from others, like the other members will uh move away, you can buy from you can buy from them, and the fee will be lower than directed.
Okay, if
Yeah.
somebody wants to sell their membership, then it's cheaper, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right, I see. So let's now move on to part 3 then. So stop sharing the screen now. So first
Okay.
question is about young people. Do young people like to do sports?
Uh, Sorry. There's a
you want me to repeat? Um, do young
No, no.
people like to do sports?
Uh, y- yes, I think although the young people take a lot of time on study or make some progresses, but now more and more people realize that the outdoor sports is more important than the other time. So young people will try to increase their time to doing more outdoor sports like swimming, like running, like morning exercises.
Okay. And then, what about children? Is it good for children to do sports?
To, I think children doing for children to do sports is much more important than the young people because children have the nature to meet the outdoor things like forest, flowers, and anything, any other things. So they should spend more time on outdoors. I will recommend them to just take more time with the nature.
Oh, okay. And then, what about the government? Is it necessary to provide sports spaces for the public?
Uh, yeah, yes. Sorry, could you repeat the
Yeah.
question?
Is it necessary to provide sports uh, places for the public?
Like for the public. Uh, yes, because for some people they have the money to go to a gym or go to some hotel gym to have some uh indoor exercises, but for most of people, it's hard to take part of money on these exercises. So I think the maybe government could take more public spaces for them is
Oh,
necessary.
oh, okay. And what about companies that buy venues for sorry, let me start again. What about companies that provide sports venues for poor children? What do you think about that?
Uh, I think, like I've mentioned, children have more time to spend outdoors than study indoors. So uh, include their parents and teachers. They should let children have more time on outdoor stadium or the nature things.
Okay then. So you've now completed the full test there, Crown. So how do you feel about your performance today?
How do I think? Uh, I haven't talked this much for a long time.
Oh, really?
So
You
yeah.
need to take a breath then. You're a bit tired. Okay. Yeah,
That's okay.
okay. So you can let me do a bit of the talking now, I suppose. So we'll go through your answers, and I can give you some feedback, some of the things you've said.
Okay.
So let me just. Okay, here we are. So okay. So the first of all, um yeah, you told me you prefer to read books, and you said I like to swimming. Um, you see the mistake there? I like to swimming.
Yeah, I like to swim.
I like to swim. Yeah, okay. I like to swim. Or yeah, you could say I like to go swimming. Is it that's
Go
okay?
swimming. Yeah.
Yeah. So two has to be followed by the base
Yeah.
verb. Yeah. Okay. And then you talked about social media. Um, but yeah, you said you prefer to read books or something. But yeah, it's a good way. Use it mainly as a tool then to contact each other. And then, do you think your friends use social media too much? Or you said for you you prefer I prefer read books. So do you see your mistake there?
Yeah. Prefer prefer reading.
I prefer
Yeah.
reading books. Yeah, or I prefer to read books. Is both. Yeah, so it could be pref- prefer to read or prefer reading. Yeah. So these are kind of mistakes that you make when you're under pressure, but I can see you understand the grammar. So we call those, it's kind of a slip you've made. So, okay, so do you want to work in social media? So it's also a dream. Okay, it's an important role in people's life, and you can see the other's life. And then you talked about the local. Yeah, you answered question 4 and question 3, WeChat and Weibo. So I didn't. So I didn't really want to. I said what kind of wanted you to say about the other ones. But yeah, you said
Yeah.
about Little Red Book and another, yeah, Way, Weibo and so on. Okay, so yeah, perhaps you could have developed it a bit more about um, what you would like to do in social media, perhaps advertising or marketing or technical work.
Uh,
What kind of job would you like to do with that?
um, I prefer like brand design.
All right, brand design, and yeah, you could be like a social media consultant then, so people can, yeah, you can promote companies on social media, perhaps like that. Okay, and then we got yeah this one about the sports. So you talked about your local gym,
Mm,
it's near your home. So I decided to prepare for IELTS, so I decrease. Yeah, it's probably not so I decrease, um, but yeah, you would say probably say I haven't um, been able,
yeah, haven't been able.
yeah, to go, yeah, so regularly, yeah, as usual,
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
yeah. Okay, so that's a, and then so you do some regular exercises there, and so yeah, you got through the first 3 questions fairly quickly. So then he's talked a lot about how you felt about the place. Um, but yeah, when you're describing a place, just think about what you can see when you go there. Well, you kind of describe the
Uh,
people. You
yeah.
see people taking selfies. That must be a bit annoying. You want to use an exercise bike, and they're just taking selfies, not using it properly. And then maybe the sound. Do they have loud music on in there, or is it quiet? Lots of people
Uh,
talking. You could say a bit about that. So when you have to describe somewhere, think about your senses. Taste. Is there anything you can eat there or drink? Is there a cafe?
yeah.
Yeah, and
Yes.
then you've got touch. So yeah, maybe the quality of the chairs. Is it? Are there some comfortable places to sit? Is it maybe the tiles on the floor? Is it clean? Um, And smell, I suppose, is important. And perhaps in the bathroom, you don't want to smell lots of sweaty people, do you? So it needs to have a nice,
Yeah,
yeah. So you need like nice fragrance when you go in there. You can mention that if it's necessary. So all using the sensors can help paint a picture, and it'll make sure that you give a fuller response when you're describing
yes,
somewhere or something.
yeah, I
And
got
then,
it.
and then, yeah, you don't need to perhaps tell it when you're describing a person what they smell like or what they taste like, but it's good for describing a place. Yeah. And then, so yeah, there's two parts how you felt about it. Okay. So a lot of people there like to pretend of some kind of dramatic way. So they like to show off is the word, perhaps. Maybe they want to show off how their muscles and they think they're the
Yeah,
coolest person in there. So perhaps they're a bit vain or perhaps a bit narcissistic. That's
wait.
another, yeah, people that sort of always like to look in the mirror and so on. So, so they always take the. Did you say they always take the mirror or the something else that they don't use?
Uh, I mean, they always take off the mirror. Yeah, they'll always see themselves in the mirror. So the others
Oh,
will
will be a
hardly.
bit annoyed, yeah. Or maybe
Yeah,
they sit. They might sit on the equipment, but not use it just to take the selfie. Oh, okay.
yeah,
So you want to actually use it to exercise. I see. Um, and then yeah, you mentioned about yeah. There's always someone who recommends their lesson. So sometimes it can be a bit annoying when people try to sell you something on their class, and you have to say no, I'm not interested.
mm,
Yeah, I can imagine what that would be like. So they may be that they're a bit like they pester you, perhaps to come and join my class like that. Is that what they're like? Do they like they pester
yeah.
you a little bit? Yeah. Okay.
I know.
So anyway, we got on to part three. So do young people like to do sports? Um, so yeah, I think they like to take time on study. More and more people realise the importance of the other time. Yes, people will try like swimming, running, and exercises. Okay, and then the benefits of sports for children. Yeah, you started um, talking about flowers and outside, but the question was about what are the benefits of, yeah, is it good for children to do sports? Yeah, yeah, perhaps I should have said what are the benefits. I forgot how it was worded, um, but yeah, you can focus on yeah, like they have the health benefits, um, so it can improve their bone structure and density, and then yeah, their develop muscles, and
Mm-hmm.
so then the developmental phase, aren't
Yeah,
they? And then yeah, we can also yeah by getting fresh air, if they do sports outside or sunshine, yeah, it can also probably give them a healthy immune system can be boosted rather than just staying indoors, not getting any
mm,
exercise or sunshine. So that's the health side. But then there's also the psychological benefits of doing sports, like the social interaction, and then teamwork, and then there's the competitive side of it. So
yeah,
yeah, they have to learn to win and lose gracefully rather than being a bad loser or maybe an arrogant winner sort of thing. They need to learn about that side of life as well. So it sort of can prepare them for life. This bit competitive. And then, is it necessary to build public sports spaces? Um, Okay, you said some people can't afford to go to the gym or the hotel, so yeah, the government should, um,
Mm.
yeah, provide somewhere. Yeah, and the last one was about poor children. Um, so
Actually,
yeah,
what uh,
you kind of
sorry to interrupt. Uh, I I I didn't uh the- I didn't know that question when
oh
you
right,
asked. I
yeah, I
just
thought
say
you.
something else.
Yeah, you should have asked me. I know you were too shy to ask me. Yeah, so anyway, okay, so you kind of repeated that one. So anyway, let's go down now to how we score your performance overall. Have you got any questions so far?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. Right then. So let's have a look then. See if I can find the rubrics. Oh, okay, here we are. So yeah, you were willing to speak on length on the whole. Perhaps in at the end, yeah, you fizzled out a little bit in part three at the end. Perhaps that could have been a bit more developed. And but yeah, there wasn't too much repetition or hesitation or self-correction. So if you could have just done a little bit of a better effort in part three, I could have perhaps given you a 7. But yeah, I'll put it down for a 6 today. And then
Okay.
yeah, the vocabulary was mainly fairly basic vocabulary. There wasn't too
Yeah,
much
I know.
uncommon or idiomatic expression. So I put that one down as a 6. And then the grammar, yeah, you made a few slips, which I pointed out. Sorry, there's what
Yeah.
happened there. How did I lose that? Um, well, let me get it back again. Okay.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I just want to get that's it. So yeah, it's in between a 6 and a 7. I'm probably gonna have to put it down as a 6. Where we yeah, and then the pronunciation. Um, maybe it's a little bit crackly your sound quality on your microphone, so that might have
Uh,
caused me to have a little bit of difficulty with a couple of words. But on the whole, your pronunciation wasn't too bad. But even if I give it a 7, yeah, it would still come out as a total as a 6 because you've got to get one of the other two areas in to the 7. So to get a 6.5, yeah, you're not far off, but yeah, need to show us some more vocabulary, less common, um, to help express yourself a bit better, and that will also improve your fluency. And if you can handle part three a bit better, and don't be shy, you've got to ask the. If you don't understand the question, please ask them. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I know you had to do it once or twice, but or you can say, do you want me to talk about companies that provide venues for children? So well, actually, poor children like that. That was the question. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Anyway, there we
uh,
go. So right then, there's so that's one way. You don't always have to say, "Can you repeat that?" Just try and rephrase what you thought they said, and they will
uh,
clarify if that's what they said. Yeah. Because
okay.
yeah. All right then. So have you got any questions now?
Yeah, so if we will continue our classes in the future, could you tell me a little your